Hi there, guys. Another video today. I want to talk about the Schecter. This is a Nick Johnston signature Schecter. I think it's the Diamond series. It's the Indonesian ones. I'm assuming the proper premier model is the American made. This is not my guitar. This has been lent to me for a month or two by my good buddy Mike. Thank you, Mike. Who, I work with, and we'd have conversations about, what's your ideal guitar? And I'd often say, that Nick Johnston. And then Mike was kind of like, I have one of those. It's the Diamond series, whatever it is. So sometime later, he gets himself a Strandberg and falls in love with the ease of which he can play it. I haven't played one, but I trust his word. I'm guessing it's a lot easier to play. I guess it's a smaller thing, isn't it? So it's whatever it is, I don't know. But he's loving it. So he let me have a little go with this one for a while. But what's it all about? So first of all, the neck feels great. The frets, I think Mike's done some work on them. Is that right, Mike? But regardless, they feel really, really good. No fret sprout at all. And they look nicely done, nicely polished up. We've got some locking tuners up here, which are Schecter's own brand. Perfectly fine, doing the job. That's actually a modification I wouldn't mind making on my Harley Benton, which is, a very cheap, budget-friendly instrument, but I sort of love it. Something about it's like proper workhorse. It just kind of keeps going, even when it's £100. It should just be broken by now, but it's not. It still keeps going, and it just sort of screams a bit, which not every guitar will do. Some of them sound a bit boxed in to a frequency, but that thing will just scream for you and chug for you. It's interesting. So we've got this nice orange. We've got the HSS. We've got the truss rod adjustment right here, which I haven't needed to use. I have made a couple of changes, which Mike said I could. I've lowered the middle pickup down because that tends to be where I pick. And I have put some 8s on it. Usually I would play 8s down in E flat, which is a bit lunacy, really, but I just like the level of control it gives me, and I've got used to staying in tune, not bending flat or sharp, just finding my fingers really comfortable with that tuning on those gauge of strings. Other than that, I haven't done anything else. We've got some lovely brass. I'm assuming brass, pretty clearly brass. Some nice brass saddles on there. And it looks like a decent chunk of a block in the back of the trem, which helps with sustain, of course. Usually I would take the plate off the back. It's more of I feel like it's a placebo. Is that the right word? A placebo effect. It might not make any difference whatsoever, but just taking it off is something you're doing to the guitar, which makes it more personal, which makes you love it more, which makes you think it sounds better than maybe it does. However, I'm not taking that off because I don't want to lose the screws and the thing. I don't want to change too much. I think I did have to raise the action very marginally when I put the lower strings on, just because the tension wasn't quite there, but it was marginal. And frankly, a slightly higher action I would have had anyway, because it was quite low. And I just think the guitar vibrates better when they're just a little bit higher. It's just one of these things you get used to as you play more, as you develop your calluses, as you develop the right kind of muscle memory. Slightly, it doesn't have to be high, but slightly higher. I used to think get the lowest possible was the way. I'm not convinced it is. I think just finding what's best for you is best. But let's play. I'm not going to go through any clean tones because, quite frankly, I have not got any set up whatsoever. Usually when I clean up, I just turn off my pedals. So let's give it a go. We're going to start on the humbucker and we'll work our way quite quickly to the neck. I'm just going to try some cordage, some lead stuff on both, and just play what I usually play. Let's see how it sounds. Let's see how it plays, more importantly. Try that note again. Do you know what it's got? It's got a beautiful feel, but I'm not in love with the sound, and that could be because I keep my settings how I like them for the Harley Benton, and then you plug this in, and it's just got a bit of a different kind of sound to it. Even though they're both Strats, but pickups are different. The construction's different. This is better, really, and if I dialed it in, it would probably really be noticeably better. If anything, I'd say this would just be miles apart if it had what it deserves, which is a proper nice rig, at least like a decent amplifier of some description. Playing it through very digital stuff straight into a computer is not really what it's built for. This should be played through something decent. It feels nice, and it does. I think it sounds good. You'll be able to tell me more than I will. In summary, thank you to Mike for broadening my horizons a little bit by lending me this beautiful guitar. I'm going to say goodbye to it now. It is going back to Mike this weekend. I have kind of kept it on its own, mostly in the box. I've got it out a few times, mostly, when I'm on my own. I don't want the kids or the cats or the missus getting near it or knocking it or anything like that. So it's a gorgeous instrument. It really is. It's certainly the most expensive guitar I've spent this much time with, and also the highest quality guitar that I've spent this much time with. I will switch for a minute to what I'm used to, just to have that back and forth, that A, B, and C. Instantly I feel how much lighter that is. And it's funny, it's... sometimes I think a lighter guitar is a better guitar, and you'd almost assume that would be the other way around. You'd think the heavier the instrument, the more it's going to resonate. With the War Machine there. The more it's going to resonate, but something about a lighter guitar, you just kind of, the way you play it and the way you hold it. Get a bit of noise there off these. It's just because I'm so close to the computer though. These are actually Wilkinson pickups. And I'm toying with the idea of, even though I quite like these, of going for some DiMarzio, the old Yngwie pickups, the DiMarzio HS3 and stuff like that. His new ones I'm sure are fine, but there's something about his tone from when he was using them. And I know his hearing's gone, so he doesn't really hear it anymore by the sounds of it. But I kind of like the idea of them stacked single coils, so you still get a bit of that twanginess, but no noise, and they just rock, you know what I mean? So difference-wise, we've got no lock-in tuners here. These are quite old-school style. I like the pokey down thing that you get here, so you can hide the prickly end of the string. These frets do have fret sprout a bit. Right there's quite bad. That's a finger scratcher, if ever there was one. The neck, though, and I think this is what it is. This neck just fits in my hand just nice, how I like it. It's got a bit of a chunk to it without being ridiculous, but it's just got a bit of something about it. I don't know, and the weight of it, it's nice. I do like it. There's something in the attack, and it could be because this is mine, so I'm more accepting of beating it up a little bit and hitting it hard, whereas something that's not mine, I don't want to damage it at all. I'm very cautious, so being able to dig in a bit does make the difference. I don't know, there's something in those notes. Just fix my screen. There's something in the notes where there's a sweetness to them. And I don't know if I've just got lucky with what I've done to this guitar, I don't know if I've just kind of struck gold with what I've got off the shelf in the warehouse, but Anyway, that's enough. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for the lend. If you want me to reverse any of my changes, let me know. I can put the pickup back up and it'll take you 2 seconds. If you want to try it while it's down, see if it helps you pick, go for it. If you want the strings changed, you might have to do that yourself, I'm afraid. I don't have any 10s or 9s lying around. But thank you. Thanks for watching if you've got this far. Hope I haven't bored you to death. Hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you next time.